And we're live.
Greetings, folks.
Bill and Kevin and Chris, who's going to be our presenter today. And we have several people online with us. Gail.
Yep. Paul.
Tina. And Michelle. We're all online. And there is going to be a couple more show up, I can tell. Jazz has shown up. And were we going to download this and upload this to YouTube, Chris?
That's the plan. Yes, definitely.
Good. Okay.
Make it available. Get it out there.
I can do that. We were just talking about keeping things simple and sustainable.
Hi from Jazz is walking and listening. Good for you and watching.
Awesome.
Glad
to have you here.
I long ago learned that the much more useful KISS acronym was keep it simple and sustainable.
Yeah.
And Phil and I guess if you have a combination of clarity of purpose and combining that up with continued sustainability, who knows if you'll be succknows, but at least you can keep plugging away.
Yeah.
Yep. And you're moving in the right direction.
It'll keep you on the path.
Right. At least you're fishing.
Yeah. Yeah. You got some bait and you got some line and you got
Maybe you'll get a few nibbles.
Yep.
You never know, but if you don't have any of that stuff out there, you're guaranteed to not get it done.
Nope.
Because fish don't usually jump out of the water into your arms.
No.
No, they don't. I've tried a few times this year. They definitely don't.
So
they don't respond to verbal commands too well, right?
Yeah.
I was telling Chris yesterday I got a swarm call, but the swarm was, I kid you not, 45 feet up in the tree.
Wow.
And so at one point I had given up and I was giving verbal commands to the bees to come down, but didn't do a damn thing.
That's too bad.
They just buzzed back at you, right?
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't get that swarm. So anyways, we are waiting, folks, for 102.
Right, bees, that's right.
More minutes.
Right.
They speak French. There's the problem.
That could be.
You know what? Those were Italian bees.
Yeah, I was going to say, it could be those Italian bees.
No, they were Italian. I needed to be speaking Italian.
Do some experimenting next time.
I still essentially, oftentimes, the two variety of bees up around where I am, people will label them as Italian. That's common, and sometimes Russian bees. And so I was in a beekeeping class, and this lady raises her hand and says, "How do you tell the difference between Italian and Russian bee?"
Oh, there it comes.
And here you could hear it coming. Everybody paused, waited for the guy to say their accent.
Yeah.
And we all loved it.
Oh, that's great.
By the way, it is very simple. The Italians are always going to be amber caramel colored bee, where it's actually carniolans, but we call them Russians, are a dark gray to almost blackish. Pretty easy to tell them apart. So, but I haven't been able to notice any accent change at all.
Keep listening.
I will.
We're not revealing you.
No.
104. We're 1 minute away, Chris. Yeah. We always wait, and we picked up new people now. Whoa!
Excellent. Yeah, please.
Hey, hello, Gail.
Hey guys.
Hop in there, you folks who are coming on. Sign in. Say hello.
Hey, say hey. I'll say hello. Oh, this is hello from Matrix Talk there.
Hello. Steamy Philadelphia. We're under a heat advisory.
Now we're 10. Say we waited another minute and we got another person. 10.
Yeah. All right.
Oxford, UK. You're international.
Nice.
Yes.
We're doing good.
Oh, at Akron, Ohio. Hey,
excellent.
All right. Okay, and there we go. We're going to go live.
Between you guys.
What's that?
What is that dude?
Jazz wants to know who the dude is between us two guys.
Oh,
The dude between us is.
You're
Well,
about
he's going to take over. Introduce yourself, Chris.
Yeah,
Do your
you want me to
thing.
jump in?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, first off, even before I introduce myself, I just want to say thanks for inviting me on your show, Matrix Talk.
You're all right.
Really great to be here. I really love what Kevin and Phil do on a regular basis, kind of spreading psychological flexibility during a time in our world when that is probably one of the most important things that we could achieve. So back to Jasmine's question. My name is Chris Adang. I am a coach. I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's really great to see everybody connecting with us from all over the world. That's really exciting. Who do I coach? I help people take big steps in their lives towards things that are really important to them. And for me and my practice and my clients, the Matrix plays a really big role in helping to make that happen. Nobody can go out and do big things and things that are important to them and be the person that they really want to be to live a fulfilled life until they're flexible to be able to see who they really are, see things out in the environment that are available to them to take advantage of different opportunities, and then do things that they're fully capable of doing now that they can see the path ahead. So that flexibility doesn't even just change their lives. The reason we're here today is psychological flexibility can change the lives of those around us as well once we really start to embrace that and see all the people around us who are available to us, who are motivated and inspired by people that are out there flexible and taking action. And we need that right now because we're all kind of in an important moment. And the reason we're here today is because it's July 20th, 2020. It's 6 months into a challenging year. We don't even need to get into the challenge. We all know what we've been through. We've all experienced it in some way, shape, or form. But my question to all of us here today is, have we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish when we set out in this year? Anybody, yes or no? Have you all accomplished what you wanted to accomplish? Has this year gone the way that you wanted it to go?
No,
That's funny.
No, we are.
You finally hit that. Did it go the way you had planned for it to go, or whatever?
Oh, it went.
Yeah, it went.
It went.
Exactly, and yet here all we are. We're still here. We're still standing, and we have this challenge that we're still right in the middle of. But you know what they say about challenges? The bigger the challenge, the more learning, the more growing, and the more evolving that we can do. And that's also why we're here today, because when you really open your eyes and you look around, okay, so we all know what's changed over the past 4 to 6 months. You know, it's a new world, new environment. How and where we do things and spend time and work and play and exercise and shop and connect, all of that's changed. So we know that, but there's still an opportunity there. There's still a way for us to move forward. So what's at the core of why we aren't getting things done? The real reason we aren't getting things done. Anybody have any ideas of what's really holding us back right now? Why we're stuck? Fear.
Oh,
Michelle, right on.
I like
Here's
it.
a big one.
That's a nice one.
Anybody else? What's really holding us back? Yeah, I mean, I'm overwhelmed by what to do next.
Oh, change. There we go. I'm watching that.
There is a lot of change that's been happening around us, a lot. And as humans, we're naturally afraid of change. Right, Kim? So, but as humans, we're in this unique situation where we are all experiencing this together. It's a kind of a shared experience. It's a very unique time for us. But what if I told you that we have an opportunity to change that right here, right now, today, just by this group of people connecting from all over the world who are from different backgrounds, different countries, different ways of thinking. We're all coming together with a purpose because we want to lead into the future. And I'm here to tell you the Matrix can play a really big role in that. So the reason we're here today, just to be very clear, is to put us in a position to take action so that way we can lead the way forward. And that's all of us. But the key is, and the part of it that I want all for us to embrace is we can't and we mustn't do it alone. We want to bring people with us. We want to show people the way, and we want to build a team because this challenge is a significant challenge. As Kim said, there's a lot of change out there. There's a lot that we're naturally going to be afraid of because it's new and different, and it's going to require a lot of new ways of thinking and a lot of resourcefulness. So we're going to need a group of people to bring with us that's going to make all of this possible. And you're right, we can't do it alone. Yep. So the bigger our team, the more people we bring with us, the more we're going to get done, the more that we can turn this year into a success story yet, because we still have 6 months. So we are a great team, an example of a great team right here today. We're people who are coming together. We are all different in our own unique ways, except for each of us has something unique and different inside of us that we can contribute and make a difference in the world. So my question for all of us, for all of you, and I'd love for you to share is, what is your gift and what is your talent that you would like to share with the world and that you think can help make a difference the rest of this year moving forward? Anybody have any examples? Anybody want to share?
He says, my ear.
Yeah.
Ear. A very talented ear.
I'm trying to think.
So the Matrix.
Listen.
That's going to show the Matrix to everyone. I love that. I think Kim clarified, and she said she's going to listen more. I think that is a very special power that right now is challenging.
Empathy, non-judgmental approach to my clients via the Matrix from Michelle.
Yeah.
There, I'll put one in.
Perseverance. Yeah.
That's probably my
Those
favorite.
are all big. So perseverance, just being able to fight the good fight, pushing forward. Tina, flexibility. Yeah, that opens you up. Michelle mentioned non-judgmental, which that is what really opens you up to all different types of opportunities. Once you can.
This is a good one. Letting go of what I perceive could have been.
Good one.
That is a really good one.
Yeah. Well, everybody has that 2020, the year that could have been.
Yes.
Year that could have been.
Oh my God, there's a PowerPoint.
Oh, that
So
looks
here we go.
All right.
Does everybody know what this is, ladies and gentlemen?
Mm-hmm.
We are getting ready to enter the Matrix because we want to. I heard a lot of mentions of flexibility. That is what we are now going to get into, that experience of practicing, noticing, and achieving flexibility. So if everyone could actually do me a favor, if you want to play along at home, get out a piece of paper and draw what you see in front of you so that you have this physically with you, that you can carry with you and start to really practice in the real world. That's how we're going to learn this and get really good at opening up this doorway that we are going to open up and expand into the future. And a great way to get started on any journey is to ask, who is important to you? So I want you to really think about that for a second and write that down in the bottom right corner and share in the chat box. Who is that person who is so important to you, that means everything to you and you want to move towards? Awesome. So we got lots of family and spouses and children, and Dr. Bradley said, me, yes, we are very important. We're an important part of this formula. Without us and without us believing in ourselves, none of this is going to be possible. We can't make the others in our lives happy. We can't move towards them unless we fully support ourselves.
Higher power.
Yeah, that's big.
Higher power, wow.
My own greatness and untapped potential.
That is awesome, Paul. I love that. And it's
That
so
is good.
No career with a question mark.
okay. All right. So this is great. I want to get us all into the spirit of noticing the things in our life that are so important to us that we just need to move towards them, right? And it's great noticing. Everybody sharing, contributing, hoping to play along. It's good to notice this all of the time, because not only is it going to help us and help us know which direction to move in life, but it's something that each of us has in common. How many of you can relate to what other people are sharing today? You know, family and children and ourselves and our own talent. And yeah, so put away our differences, practice that non-judgment, and open ourselves up to the fact that we all have this in common. And it's really powerful. So now that you have that destination in mind, what types of thoughts show up and get in the way of you moving towards that special person, especially in the context of 2020? What's showing up inside of you? What thoughts and feelings and emotions and just anything yucky that's showing up when you think about moving towards that person?
Tina says exhaustion.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We definitely get tired. Yeah. Me too. Inability.
That's a biggie.
That is a big one. Fear. Lots and lots and lots of fear showing up. Turmoil. There is a lot of turmoil.
Much turmoil. Distraction.
So much turmoil. Yeah, forgetting. Social media. We are definitely bombarded with social media.
Oh, what's that one? What's that one?
And then Kim said social media is so awful.
Deborah still has her teens at home.
All right.
We're going to scroll. I'm in the scroll of doom.
That's
So
it.
this
Go
is
do.
excellent. You guys are noticing like crazy. This is so cool because these are the things that are holding us back. All of these things in the scroll. I'm going to save this because these are some great examples of things that are challenging us. This is our true challenge. And it's so great that you're noticing them now. You're going to practice noticing them moving forward. Okay? And now as we move into
Paradigm.
Paul.
Nice.
So now as we move into the outside environment, what do you notice yourself doing to get away from all of those thoughts, all of those feelings, all of those emotions? What behaviors do you notice yourself taking to feel better, to get away from that fear, to get away from all the negativity, the social media, the tiredness?
Oh, slips. Late night eating. I like that.
Yeah.
Lots of walks.
Wine and lots of avoiding. Blame, yes. Tina.
A lot of wine going on today.
I've seen wine 2 or 3 times already. All right, so wine business is picking up in 2000.
It is definitely picking up.
Yeah.
Comfort food and eating.
Lots of Schitt's Creeks. Yay. Schitt's Creek. Yay.
Lots of binging.
Oh,
Yes.
gossip. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yes. So, and now let me ask you, because this is really great that we're seeing these moves that we're taking to get away from these feelings and these thoughts, right?
Yep.
Now, are these things working to help you get closer to that person who's important to you? Just notice that for a second. Are they helping you get closer to that person who's important to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those three people together. That's exactly right. Yeah. So it's just something to notice and to think about in everything, all the actions that we take in our lives. is it helping us get towards that person or that thing or whatever we want to do? And I love all the noticing going on today. I really feel like people are fired up over this, and this is really inspirational.
We can complain together and watch shit's
good.
And fine.
Right.
Together.
Okay. So now we're noticing. Guys, we're noticing. We're noticing a lot of different things that maybe we weren't able to see before. And that in itself is such a significant step forward towards what we're trying to do. Now, I really want you to think of it in the context of our new world, our new environment. We're right in the middle of a pandemic. There's lots of different social issues going on in the world. But what is something that you can do despite all of that, and with that, to still move towards the person who is important to you? Anybody have any thoughts? Any ideas? Any creative angles that we could take? Maybe that you've never tried before? I'm listening.
Never
tried that.
Never tried before. I was going with one of my oldies but goodies. Let's see.
Exercise.
Let me see. Something new.
Yeah, something new.
I love exercise. You know what I ended up having to do in terms of being creative? I had to go out and buy a home gym because my gym here in Michigan has been closed down since early March. Yeah. So I had to get creative and find different ways to work out, stay healthy.
Yeah.
All of that good stuff.
Right music. Boy, I'm impressed.
Oh, there you go.
Creative, yes, get creative.
Throw it away, eliminate the
Right.
There you go.
Basement.
All right.
And family workout time. Right.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So let me just put one little sprinkle on top of this cake. How could you use that gift that we talked about earlier, that special talent or even a superpower that you have to help you move towards that special person or to make that relationship even stronger? Make bracelets. I love it. That's very creative.
Yep. Nice.
Anybody else have any ideas in terms of how you could really kind of bring your full self, your full spirit and talents and gifts into that movement towards that special person in your life? This one's not so easy.
So far, we're stuck on making bracelets.
Oh, you know what? I think we all make bracelets. That's really big.
I'm stuck. Put your stuff out in nature. There you go. Yep.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, the great thing about noticing is that you're going to start to practice and you're going to start to experiment with different ways of doing things and then see if that works.
Send a loving text.
Oh, I love it.
Hello, sweet.
Yeah.
Now, yep.
I love it too. And once you start opening yourself up, all of these different possibilities start to flow, developing a sense of urgency. Mm-hmm. Don't we all need that right now? Mm. I know I do. It's like,
buy new underwear and socks for your loved one. All right.
I think they would probably be very appreciative of that.
Yeah, really.
Yes. All right. Okay, guys. So now I hope everybody has got that fire inside of them lit. And I love it that everybody is sharing and connecting with each other, and we're learning from each other because that
yeah, Deborah's appreciated it.
I honestly, that and bracelets, I think could be the golden nugget here.
Okay, everybody, get underwear and bracelets for your.
There we go.
I'm putting it on my list of things to do right now. I'm getting on Amazon. I'm going to order something.
You got to make your own.
Oh, that's right. Well, I can order the underwear on Amazon, though. I'm not making the underwear. I'm not doing that.
But the spirit is that knowing that we're living in this new world, this new environment, we're going to need to be creative and look at things differently and try things maybe that we haven't tried before. That's really the spirit. And then once you start to take action and you start to get flexible using the matrix, it's going to open you up to things, once again, that you've never even thought of before. And that's when it really gets exciting. And I can see you guys are already flowing, and that's really awesome. So now we're going to draw another matrix. Okay, we're going to start over again. Okay?
Oh, another one.
And this one is going to be extra special. Not that any matrix isn't special, but this one is going to be about why we are here today. And that is, how am I going to make a difference in 2020? How am I going to lead the way forward? And I want you to title your matrix that. How can I lead the way forward in 2020? Okay? And my first question for you is, how can I make a difference this year? And that's going to go in the bottom right-hand corner. And please go ahead and share with us, how can you make a difference this year? Now, I'm going to kind of provide a little bit more color, because what we're trying to do here is, how can you have a positive influence on others by what you do, by your movement forward, bringing people together, sharing your purpose, helping people take their own action, motivating, inspiring, all of these really cool things. So what are you going to do moving forward? Lots of spreading the matrix and achieving psychological flexibility.
It might come as a surprise, but we talked.
Yeah, you type faster than me, Kevin.
That's okay. You know, those are two simple and powerful things that we can all do, no matter who we are, no matter what our careers are.
Yeah.
Who else is going to make a difference this year? And what's that going to look like?
Let me see. What else can I do?
Model patience and compassion, sharing self-care, well-being to my clients.
I love it.
Tina spreading the matrix.
Yes, me too. I agree with all of those. Being genuine and authentic to those I talk with. That's awesome, Kim.
There, I gave you another one.
Yeah.
Modeling a mindful way of being.
Yeah.
Example. There you go.
Yeah. Lead by example. That was the title of today's.
By example, modeling.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And that's really what today is all about. We're not talking about being the next president or even a CEO of a company. We as individuals have a really important role that we can play once we are flexible, because we can show the way forward, lead by example, as Paul says, model a mindful way of being, spread the matrix. That all comes in that same spirit.
Yep.
Yeah, come from the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Oh, that's very inspirational.
Yeah.
So we have a room full of amazing and inspiring people who all have something to share with the world. And that's why we're here today. And what we've done by sharing it, and hopefully you using the matrix, is you have got it out into the world. You've made it real. You've created what I call an energy wave, a positive energy wave that will reach out into the new environment. And you'll meet new people, new places, new things, new ways of doing things, new ideas, new, which is exactly what we have to embrace in order to be successful moving forward. And we put something out there that will give us a guide to be able to move forward. If you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? So that's why how I can make a difference in a lot of ways. You got to put that flag in the ground. It has to be out there in the distance so that as you start to move forward, you can see that you're heading in the right direction. And that's what all of you have done, is you've shared your mission for the rest of the year. And now you know where
Best
you're going.
approved. I'll buy that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And we may not know exactly how to get there, but you know what? That's the other purpose of bringing people along. They're going to show you other ways. They're going to show you shortcuts, new ways of thinking, ideas that you never, ever could have thought of yourself. That's the importance of this team that you're going to build up around you and make you stronger than you've ever been before. But still, we know that it's not going to be easy. As we've been talking about, you know, this year has been challenging, significantly challenging for most of us. New and different, and a lot of fear and a lot of everything showing up inside of us that it's holding us back. So what is going to be the difference? What's going to get us out of the bed in the morning and give us that drive to move forward? So what's your motivation? What's your reason to get out of bed in the morning? What's your reason to get up when you've been knocked down? I want you to really think about that for a second. Why is this important to you?
Coffee.
That is awesome.
My babies. There we go.
Yeah, family, coffee, gratitude. Those are significant reasons to get out there and make a difference. Absolutely. Really, really powerful.
Affirmation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yes. So what we want to do is, hopefully as you're sharing and as you're writing this down and typing it in the chat box, I hope this is lighting something up inside of you. It's connecting with that part of you that is who you really are. It's what you're all about. It's why we're here on this earth as humans. And it gives us that reason to move towards what's important to us and helping your neighbors. That's, just helping people in general. How does that make you feel, Deborah? It can make, and even the smallest gesture, you mow your yard and just say hello and give them a smile and ask them who's important to them. How is that going to affect their lives? It can have a profound effect on them. And that feeling that you feel, Paul, the burning desire to be the best, that feeling, where that's coming from, that's another way that you're going to know that you're moving in the right direction. Because when you feel that feeling, you find that feeling and notice it, then you know I'm where I am supposed to be. And that feeling, ladies and gentlemen, that is fulfillment. When you've tapped into that and that same area where your powers and talents are coming out freely and they're flowing out and they're forming creativity, that is how we make a difference. So spending some time noticing what's happening here in the lower right-hand corner can really set us up for success. Okay? So now we're in this moment and we're thinking about taking action. Okay? We know what's important to us. We know why we want to do this. But what's going to get in our way? What type of stuff do you notice showing up inside of you that is going to try to prevent that thing from happening or that action from happening? You guys have any thoughts, or do you notice any thoughts that show up, or feelings or emotions that show up when you think about making a difference?
There you go.
Oh yeah. Lots and lots of self-doubt.
Self-esteem, self-doubt.
Self-doubt is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My personal. Yeah. My go-to.
Yes. My go-to too. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Ego-centered.
Yeah.
That's true.
Lots of ego talking, lots of your small voice talking, trying to hold you back, doesn't want you to go out there and be bigger, be better.
Like an imposter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So lots of these different thoughts and feelings showing up and getting in our way from living this life, being this version of ourselves that we want to be, making things really important to us happen and bringing this team together, feeling like an imposter. Yeah, of course we're going to feel that way because we're going to be different. We're going to stand up separate from a lot of other people who are currently stuck, and we're going to put ourselves out there on display. What's going to show up when that happens? We're going to feel like an imposter.
Fear.
A lot of fear. Yeah. Stories like we're not good enough and I'm not capable and I shouldn't be doing this. And, all of these things are going to show up. But guess what's going to happen next time these things show up?
They'll show up again?
They'll show up again and they'll keep showing up. And this time we're just going to notice them. And we're going to let them be there. And we're going to be extremely curious about them and appreciate them and let them be there as part of this experience that we're in. Does anybody know when these thoughts show up, do you know what type of moment that you're in? Does anybody have any ideas? Like when you're having those thoughts and that fear shows up and the ego and the stories, where are we at in our lives?
Where are we at when they show up?
Yeah, so right.
We're in
Past. Yeah, and they want to move right. And we want to move forward, and we're in the past. And so yeah, right. Yeah. It's pulling us back into a very safe place, right? A place where we don't want to be new, we don't want to be different, we don't want to stand out, we don't want to take risk, all of these, scary things, which really aren't that scary, but we're just programmed to really prevent ourselves from experiencing new things and different things and any type of change. But we're in a pivotal moment. When those things show up, we have a choice to make. So when we're noticing them, we now get better at recognizing not just that they're there and appreciating them being there as part of the experience, but now we can recognize that, oh my goodness, I have a choice to make, a choice that maybe I didn't have until I started noticing, a choice to maybe go this way instead of that way. And how would that feel to make a different decision from what you've done before? How would that feel?
I got this.
Good. Liberating. Yeah.
Still scary. Yes, of course.
I've been here 14,000 times. And
Yes.
it shows up.
Yeah, and it's always going to be scary. But that fear ends up being your ally, Kevin and Phil, and the rest of us. Bravery, yes.
I didn't say it. It stopped me. This sheet showing up.
Yeah.
Right. Courage. Yeah, so right. It puts us in a moment where all of this can start to be noticed and give us a way forward. Or not. Either way is fine, but it's good to be in a position to influence, to be a great person to lead a group of people forward. You have to be in a position to be able to influence. And this bottom left corner here of the matrix is where the real influencing can start to happen, because as soon as you can notice that you're in a moment, maybe an important moment in your life, maybe not, maybe a small moment, doesn't matter. You still have an ability to then create a different outcome. And that's how real growth, learning and growth and evolution starts to occur. And that is what we're trying to do as we move forward into the rest of 2020 and make a difference. We need to learn, we need to grow, we need to evolve, and ultimately in the process, bring people together with that shared purpose. And if we can do that, a lot of interesting things can start to happen. So now we're still in this moment, and as Kevin said, that fear is still showing up, right? What are what are some behaviors that we all do or you do to get away from them? What do you notice yourself doing? Maybe if you look back over the last 3 or 4 or 5 months, what are some actions that you have taken to get away from those thoughts and those feelings and those stories and those emotions? Does anybody notice?
Housework.
Yeah, housework, lots of busy work.
Clean houses.
Yeah. Anybody else? What else do people do to get away from those unsavorable thoughts?
Regarding
Things that make us feel uncomfortable.
Netflix, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Trying to be healthy and strong.
Trying to be healthy and strong.
Yeah, regroup and recharge, and I exercise. Yeah.
Schitt's Creek, yay!
Netflix, right? Excellent. Yeah. God, I love Netflix. Netflix is fantastic.
Sometimes it's an away move.
Sometimes it's a really fun away move, right? Yeah. So, and the really reach out to
like-minded people. There you go.
Yeah. Right. So I love that you're all noticing kind of your behaviors now when you're in these moments.
Again.
Complain. Right.
Take up a new hobby, voice
Pick
lesson.
up a new hobby and shop and drink and
And drink wine and shop. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
No, that's an interesting thing to do.
Right. And
While
especially-
complaining.
Yeah, complaining.
Really maximize your awareness.
Once again, more wine. So what we're starting to notice is that we all have this safe and familiar place where we go to sometimes when we're in these important moments that help us get away from those unwanted thoughts and feelings and emotions. And let me ask you, in the short term, do they work to get you away from those thoughts, feelings, and emotions? To make you feel better?
Works great.
Yeah.
That-
Sometimes. At times.
That's it.
And that's good noticing too. Is it working? Yeah, maybe. For me, I need to recharge. I need to rest. I need to regroup sometimes. To get grounded. Deborah's absolutely right. Yeah, we all need to get grounded, especially when there's so much noise. You need to kind of get yourself into a position to be able to take action.
Yeah, Kim says sometimes, no, it doesn't work.
And sometimes no, right. Yeah. And that's why in the long term, I'm going to ask that same question. In the long term of doing these behaviors over and over again, is that working to help you make a difference and to help you bring people together and to help create some change?
Oh, no.
And I'm just going to put the frowny face up there because no. So much. Right.
Oh, really?
Right, exactly. So once again, guys, it's such a great thing just to be able to put yourself into a position to notice yourself in these moments and noticing you either moving away from what's important to you or towards what's important to you. But now we're ready to create a little bit of a hole in that comfort zone, in that familiar place, that safe place, because we want to create an opening for us to be able to break through and make an opening, not just for us, but for other people to follow us through as well. I couldn't create a graphic for that, but I'm sure you can imagine it in your minds. Now, the requirements of this action, this actions or actions that we're going to take as we move forward is, one is they have to happen in the new environment. Okay, so I want you to think about something that you haven't tried before, something that takes place out in the current world, and it needs to be visible. It also needs to involve connecting with and bringing people together. Therefore, the influence aspect of this is how can you get your message and your mission out to the world, share that with the world. There also has to be the spirit of embracing the idea that you can't do it alone, and you're going to have to build this amazingly powerful, diverse group of people around you to help to make you better, stronger, and faster, and all these really cool things. And then finally, and I know some people have mentioned this before, but how can you also share the matrix in these actions? So I want you to go ahead and start to write down what actions can you take to make a difference in that spirit that we've been discussing over the last 45 minutes or so. And I'm going to clear, as you guys are starting to brainstorm and to chart out some of your actions, here's just a reminder, influencing and sharing and asking and connecting and working together. A couple steps forward and a few steps back. Yeah. Even a small step can make a really big difference. Just
I got mine.
Yeah.
That's going to post your recording here to YouTube.
Yeah. So I love Phil's too, because in all honesty.
See, Phil, I made a little Post-it note for it.
Yeah.
Well done.
So yeah, getting ourselves visible and out there and sharing that has the ability to connect with people, to motivate and inspire. And all it takes is one connection, and you are on your way towards achieving your mission. Showing up is a really big part of it. To show up fully, you got to be willing to be free and open and non-judgmental. Michelle, and sharing the matrix, I could not agree more. One way to break through some of our challenges that our country and our world is currently facing is to use the matrix in your conversations, to break through our differences, our ideologies, all of these different things. We need a gateway to be able to break through and bring people together. And the matrix, quite simply, can be one of those tools, one of those methods.
Again.
And Kim says practice. Yeah, this is not something that we're all going to learn through one take. I mean, I attend Phil and Kevin's trainings almost weekly, and I'm still practicing and still getting better and better at noticing. And that's not something that's going to happen in one day or even 1 week. You can learn it in 1 day or in 1 minute, but you need time to really start to embrace this and get it out into the world and experience it. Paying attention, yes. Really paying attention is interesting, because I think that most of us, because we're so stuck in our thoughts and overwhelmed by what's going on in the world, we're not really paying attention to what's really happening, to what's really going on, whether it's inside of us or outside in our environment.
That's difficult.
It is difficult.
Yep.
Yeah, and Phil says to bring my yucky stuff along for the ride. Yeah, I think if nothing else is able to be accomplished, I think that if you can learn to notice and get comfortable with your thoughts, your feelings and emotions, and recognize why they're there and what they're saying to you in that moment, that once again can put you in such a powerful position to be able to do anything. Okay, so now I hope this has gotten, oh boy, got some more stuff coming through. This is great. This is really great.
Be the ball.
Be the ball.
Yeah, I love it. Be the ball. Yes.
Yes, Paul, be the ball. Take charge. Paul, I can tell just by your passion and by the way you're saying that you're capable of this. You got this. And remember, a big part of this is visibility, sharing. We're not just going to keep this between ourselves on this call today, on this training today. We want to get this out to the world in lots of different fun and creative ways. So I challenge all of you.
There you go.
Your actions.
Yeah.
Yes, Tina, I was going to say, get yourself out there. You need to find a way to connect with this group of people. If you're going to take action, you need to bring people along for the ride. That is motivating and inspiring, and that's what brings people together, all their different differences and whatever it is. A Crowdcast page, I know Kevin and Phil can talk all about that. So
No, really? Yeah.
I got a few things to say about that.
all right.
Oh,
So-
no, we have a Crowdcast mastermind. Come
That's
on.
right.
Yeah, you can be a part of the Crowdcast Mastermind, and if you have this idea, now is the time to take action.
They
Yes.
got-
Like that green button down there.
Yeah, yeah. And if you're tuning in, yeah, tune in, and Kevin and Phil, can really help you achieve that flexibility that you need to do everything that we're talking about today. All right, guys, I hope this got you really excited. There's one last little exercise that I want for all of us to do before we go out into the world, get visible, connect with others, and start to make a difference for the rest of 2020. And that is, I want you to all close your eyes. And I want you to visualize yourself being this person out in the world, maybe 2 or 3 months from now. Maybe you have started up your own Crowdcast. You're doing trainings and webinars. You're connecting with an audience. Maybe you're just helping your neighbors. Whatever it is, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to see that version of yourself in action. And now that you are there, you are that person. I want you to open your eyes and I want you to look around and see who is around you. Who is the group of people in this new environment, in this new world that you need on your team to be successful? Who are they? They should be people that are new and different than anybody you've ever encountered before. Who is on your team? Who are you bringing along on this journey? Who do you see in that dream? That is who you are going after now. You can open your eyes. I hope that really sparked some imagination, because that is the group of people that you need to now go out and find a way to connect with. Whether it's through Crowdcast, whether it's through conversations or phone calls or emails, you need a vessel to get your mission out into the world, to make yourself visible, to ask for help, to share things, to connect, to co-create, so that you're working together to make each other stronger. But whoever you saw as you were visualizing, as you were thinking ahead, now it's all of our missions to help each other go out and do that. And it starts with this group of people right here, right today. We can help each other. Each of us has the ability, knows different things, knows different people, has different ideas. We're all creative. We're all talented. We can help each other be successful. Deborah's volunteering.
Yep, good stuff.
Very rewarding. Yeah. So that is your homework, along with noticing and practicing sharing and using the matrix, is to go out there and take action and notice that that's working, and notice how you can connect with different people. Oh, awesome. Lots of volunteering and free coaching. And
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it all starts. That can make such a tremendously big difference. And Paul says he's surrounded by heroes, surrounded by love, peace, and happiness. Yeah, it is about who we surround ourselves with. Who's in isolation right now? Who feels a little bit alone right now? Who would feel more alive if you get yourself out into this new world, even though it may be a little bit, fearful, a little bit scary, new and different, and a lot of change involved? How is that going to make you feel once you're moving forward? It's going to feel pretty darn awesome.
Yeah.
Caring.
That's it.
Caring for others.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I am so humbled and proud to be here with you all today. You guys did an awesome job.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Sharing and just being a part of this shared experience.
Yeah.
And I can feel the passion and the enthusiasm, and I can tell right now that each of us is going to play this role over the next 5 or 6 months. And when we get back together, and I would love to get back together with all of us here in just a few months, maybe 2 or 3 months down the road.
We'll probably be here.
Yeah, let's regroup, guys.
We'll be doing our thing.
See where we're at and where we're going, and let's just do this again and keep practicing and keep evolving, keep learning, and keep getting stronger together. Does that sound good?
It does.
Awesome.
Works for me.
Thanks for being here, guys, and thanks for having me on, Kevin and Phil. Really appreciate it.
Okay, we'll talk soon. Okay.
Great stuff.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Take care. Have a good day. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.